Hi, this is Matthew Cratter from Trader University, and today I want to talk about the best ways to buy and store Bitcoin. Now, if you're interested in Bitcoin, other cryptos, or just want to see what I'm trading, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, the easiest way to buy Bitcoin is through the Robinhood broker, which many of you already have. This is the commission-free broker. This is a very easy way to trade it. You can just go if you already have Robinhood, you can just go on top here. You can type in Bitcoin. BTC is the real Bitcoin, and you can put in the dollar amount that you want to buy. Maybe you want to buy $5,000 worth, and then you can just purchase it. Now they charge a slight spread between where it's trading, right over here, and the actual price you pay. So there's sort of a built-in commission for this. It appears to be quite small. So that's one way to do it. Now the downside with doing this with Robinhood is there's no way to take your coins, your Bitcoins, after you've bought them. There's no way to take them off the exchange. And so, as we'll talk about later in this video, you are subject to having your Bitcoins possibly stolen. The only way to exit Bitcoin from Robinhood once you bought it is to actually sell them on Robinhood. So that's one downside, but it may be better than nothing depending on your situation. Next, Gemini.com. I used to like these guys more. Their fees are a little bit high right now. If you're trading more than $200, your fee is going to be 1.5%, which I think is a little bit outrageous. You may be able to call them up and negotiate fees down. But for that reason, I'm not a huge fan of Gemini right now. My favorite two right now are probably Coinbase. And Coinbase charges about 0.5% spread or commission, and then there's a small dollar fee added on. What you can do is open up an account at Coinbase, and I should say I'm not affiliated with any of these brokers that I'm talking about. I don't get paid by them. I happen to have accounts with most of them, but I'm not being compensated or anything. So this is a very objective review. But what I did is I opened up an account with Coinbase, and then I asked them to upgrade me to Coinbase Pro. I'm not sure exactly how that works. Coinbase Pro has a little bit better online trading software. It looks like the fees are roughly the same, and about 0.5%. Now Kraken is the other one. Kraken or Kraken.com, Kraken, seems to have a little lower fees. This is another good way to buy Bitcoin. And instead of being 0.5%, if you're adding liquidity, they're charging 0.16%. If you're taking liquidity, in other words, you're just taking matching an order that's on the book, they're charging 0.26. This seems to have the best fees. I haven't used them in about 12 months or so, but hear a lot of good things about them as well. So that's the really easy way to buy Bitcoin, is to open up a brokerage account, a crypto brokerage account with either Robinhood, Gemini, Coinbase, or Kraken. And you can buy your Bitcoin. That's an easy way to do it. Problem with having Bitcoin on an exchange like one of these is that you are not in possession of your private keys. If you don't have possession of your private Bitcoin keys, you don't really own your Bitcoin. And many of you probably remember the news about Mt. Gox, which was a Bitcoin exchange in Japan that was, I believe, and this is just my recollection, that the owner of it was basically stealing Bitcoin from the customers. So the number one rule, after you buy your Bitcoin, you do not want to leave it on an exchange. You don't want to leave it in that brokerage account. Coinbase, Robinhood, if they get hacked, your Bitcoin is gone forever. In fact, there's an annual event called Proof of Keys that happens every January 3rd. Just a reminder to everyone, if you don't have your private keys, you don't really own the Bitcoin. So the first step, you buy your Bitcoin at one of these brokers, and then you want to withdraw it. And all of them, except for Robinhood, as we mentioned, Robinhood, the only way to get out of your Bitcoin position is to sell it. But all these other brokers will allow you to withdraw your Bitcoin. Now, you want to store your Bitcoin off an exchange, as we said. I'll stick a link in the notes below that helps you figure out where to actually store your Bitcoin. This is from the official Bitcoin website, bitcoin.org. And they've got a nice little survey in here that helps you to find what's called a Bitcoin wallet, which is one way of storing Bitcoin. And so if you just click next, you'll see that there are basically 4 kinds of wallets. And you can go through here and take this survey and decide what works best for yourself. There are wallets that sit on your phone, mobile wallet, wallets that sit on your desktop, of your desktop or laptop computer. There are web wallets that sit on your web browser, and then there are hardware wallets. Now, hardware wallets are probably the most secure way of storing Bitcoin. If someone hacks your computer or hacks your phone or puts some malicious script in your browser, they might be able to access your private keys and break into your wallet. Hardware wallets are what they sound like. They're separate from your computer, and they're probably the most secure, one of the most secure ways to store your Bitcoin. Now, the two big companies out there, and I'm still researching this, are Trezor, Trezor. And basically, you can see in these pictures what it looks like. It's an actual hardware wallet, and you hook it up to your computer, and you use it. Then you can go to your various exchange, Coinbase or whatever, and they have instructions how to basically move the coins from your brokerage account, from the exchange, onto the hardware wallet. So I've heard good things about Trezor, and I've heard good things about Ledger Nano X. These seem to be the two leaders in this space. So a smart thing, if you have a lot of Bitcoin, maybe you keep some on a Ledger, you keep some in a Trezor. And once you have it in this hardware wallet, you might want to put it in a safe in your basement. These appear to be, fireproof. But then it comes the question of where to. And it looks like both of these allow you also to sort of store your Bitcoin simultaneously in their cloud. This is something I'm still investigating. So if any of you have strong opinions about Trezor or Ledger, be sure to drop them in the notes below. So that would be probably the most secure way of storing your Bitcoin on a hardware wallet like Ledger or Trezor. The last way, and this is sort of the most hardcore way, I would say, and again, I'm still investigating this as well, is you actually set up a computer in your house, a secure computer, or your office or in a secure location, and you download the Bitcoin Core, and you actually run a full Bitcoin node on the Bitcoin network from your computer. And this will come with a built-in wallet that will allow you to actually validate the Bitcoin that you own. And this is probably the most secure way, assuming you know what you're doing, to store Bitcoin, because your computer will be able to, your node will actually be able to verify that you own these Bitcoin and that they're real Bitcoin. Now, you can do it if you're really good at Unix and you're good at programming and you're a real techie guy. You can probably figure out how to do this on your own by just Googling Bitcoin Core, running a full node. It looks like there are two sort of consumer products that make it a little bit easier. There's Casa. I'll put a link in the notes below. I have no affiliation with them. They allow you to purchase a full node. You just plug it in, and you can basically start running a full node in your house. And the other one is Nodl, Nodl. I'll stick a link to this in the notes below as well. So those are the basic ways. I would encourage you, if you're interested in Bitcoin and you think it might be a good investment for yourself, and I'm quite bullish on Bitcoin. It's currently trading around 8,200. I think this could easily be at 100,000 by the end of 2020, and it could, in 5 to 10 years from now, it could be each Bitcoin could be worth over $1 million. As this happens, security will become much more important. There'll be everyone trying to hack and steal Bitcoin. So this is sort of an evolving arms race. But if you're interested in something like this, I would encourage you to get started buying it on an exchange. Maybe put a small amount of money after consulting with your financial advisor. You can leave it on the exchange. They're probably not going to be hacked. It's not something to worry about if it's just whatever is a small amount of money for you. As you become more familiar with it, though, and your Bitcoin becomes more valuable, then it will be a time to really consider hardware wallets and possibly running a full node. And this is something that I'm sort of exploring. I'm a little hesitant to tell everyone online exactly what I'm doing. I may share more and more as time goes by. If you guys have any comments on where you like to purchase your Bitcoin and store it, drop it in the notes below. That'd be really helpful. We can sort of all learn together. And if you're interested in seeing what I'm actually trading when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto, I'm going to stick a link in the notes below. You'll be able to follow along with what I'm buying, Bitcoin and other cryptos. And this is a free feature of Trader University and is available in addition to all the courses. So if that's something that interests you, you can just click the link in the notes below. It's going to take you to this join page, and you can see the different courses I offer here. Courses on swing trading with options. I do a lot with momentum stocks. Learn to trade stocks like a pro. And then you'll be able to follow along and actually see inside my account, one of my crypto accounts, and see what I'm doing. If this is something that interests you, you can go down here and just click Get It Now. Now, normally tuition is $125 for 30 days, but I'm running a YouTube special. If you just go down here where it says have a coupon code, and you just type in YouTube 2019, click Update. That will lower the price for you from $125 a month to $99 a month. Now, there are no long-term contracts, so you can set something. You can get access to this, see what I'm doing in Bitcoin and other cryptos in my account, and then just cancel before 30 days is up. There are no long-term contracts. And you can get all this access, including all the courses. You can watch all the courses in 30 days and then cancel. Just $99 a month with this YouTube 2019 code. So if that's something that interests you, check it out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're interested in things like crypto, Bitcoin, momentum stocks, trading options. And click this like video as well. Click the like button if you enjoyed this video. And let me know your questions and comments below. Thanks a lot for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.